Hey guys, so crazy to say, but we are already at the end of September. I actually know that a lot of you have been planning for holiday probably back in July. So coordinating cross team, right? Getting all the discounts, the promotions, getting everything ready for holiday season and Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So just want to talk about some of the challenges that we see, especially on the finance and accounting side when we start to get into this period. So I'll say the first thing is just volume of transactions. So this usually represents, unless maybe you're selling bathing suits or sunscreen, right, or something a little bit more seasonal, we'll typically see biggest sales of the year. And so that means just making sure that all of your systems can account for that sort of volume spike. Where we sometimes see issues, especially with our customers, where sometimes some of the data connectors that they're using between, let's say, their order system into their ERP, transactions can get dropped, right? Things can get misrepresented. And for those of you that are potentially going through a NetSuite or ERP implementation, really thinking about freezing some of those processes, right? Like as volume starts to tick up and as you start to get into the holiday period. The other thing I'll say too, like where we sometimes see and can definitely help with some of the challenges around holiday, when people are placing really big orders, right? And so maybe they're placing them at the end of November and those items are getting shipped, maybe some of them in November, some of them in December, maybe some of those are pre-sales too as you get into the holiday season, and being able to calculate things like deferred revenue recognition, are things getting canceled? Obviously that's something that Blue Onion can help with, but even beyond that, just making sure that you guys are prepared for volume, but then also some of the split shipments that a lot of you guys also encounter. So I'll say that's really number two. The third piece, right, is as you get closer to that shipping cutoff and really starting to push gift cards and promotions around gift cards. So we're starting to see these a lot more where it might be, hey, buy a gift card for $100, get $125 value, right? So thinking about how are we going to account for that? What does that look like in your system? And then also understanding, not forgetting about the extra $25 of like marketing promotion, because that can maybe surprise you later on if you suddenly see a lot more redemptions than maybe you had accounted for to begin with. So I would say those three. And then obviously as you start to get into post-holiday, so January, highest period of returns, exchanges, right? Like thinking about how you're going to account for all of those and accrue for them in the holiday period. So in November, December, and what that looks like. So I'd say those are just some of the things, right? Those are some of the, I'd say the common things that we're thinking about that we help our customers with, that we know a lot of our customers are thinking about too during this super busy time. So obviously lots more to talk about around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but I'll say those are maybe just some initial things to start thinking about. So we'll definitely have some more tips, some more tricks, some more things to think about as you guys get into the holiday season.